Alright, so this is Act 5 of The Merchant of Venice. Alright, now this scene is just a denouement of the entire play. So nothing important is going to happen. You will just see all the characters come together, that's all. Now the scene begins in Belmont, in the avenue to Portia's house with Lorenzo and Jessica. Yes, here is Lorenzo who speaks and says, "The moon shines bright in such a night as this, when the sweet wind did gently kiss the trees, and they did make no noise. In such a night..." Alright, let me explain first the beauty of the night. It's a moonlit night and the wind is sweet, and the wind blows through the trees, the leaves of the trees, but makes no noise. Yes, and then Lorenzo gives a series of examples, and so does Jessica, from mythology and literature, to show what different lovers did on such a night. And the first story that we come across is that of Troilus and Cressida. Troilus, a Trojan prince, and Cressida, his beloved. And this Cressida was taken away from Troilus by the Greeks, and she was kept as a prisoner in the tents of the Greeks. So here Lorenzo tells, in such a night, Troilus methinks, I think Troilus mounted the Trojan walls, climbed up the Trojan walls, and sighed his soul towards the Grecian tents where Cressida lay that night. This is taken from Shakespeare's play Troilus and Cressida. So Troilus mounts on the walls of Troy and looks at the Grecian tents to get a glimpse of his beloved Cressida. But of course he doesn't. And then Jessica says, in such a night did Thisbe fearfully overtrip the dew, and saw the lion's shadow himself, and ran dismayed away. So now we have the story of Thisbe and Pyramus. Thisbe is a Babylonian girl, and Thisbe comes out of the house at night to meet her lover Pyramus. And then you know what happens? Thisbe sees the reflection, the shadow of a lion, and Thisbe gets very scared, and Thisbe runs away. And when Thisbe runs away, she accidentally drops her scarf. Scarf is like this, yes? It falls on the ground. And the lion comes and mauls the scarf. And Thisbe is hiding. After a while, Pyramus comes, and what Pyramus sees is the scarf is mauled. And Pyramus thinks that Thisbe is killed by the lion. What Pyramus does next is takes out his dagger, kills himself. After a while, Thisbe comes and finds out that Pyramus is dead, and then she also takes her life. So these are foolish lovers who have ended their lives just for a small misunderstanding. Now, Lorenzo says, in such a night stood Dido with a willow in her hand upon the wild sea banks, and wafted her love to come again to Carthage. So Lorenzo talks about Dido, the widowed queen of Carthage. And Aeneas, the Roman, comes to Carthage, and then Dido falls in love with her. And then Aeneas tells Dido, I will come back again, but he never comes back. And Dido, poor Dido, stands on the sea beach waving at Aeneas with a willow in her hand. Willow is a plant which symbolizes, lost love. Okay, now Jessica says, in such a night Medea gathered the enchanted herbs that did renew old Aeson. If you remember Jason, about whom we had learnt in Act 1, Scene 1, this Jason is the son of Aeson. Now, Jason loved this magician woman called Medea, and the two wanted to get married. But you require daddy's permission to get married. And therefore, Aeson says, Aeson says that I would allow you to get married if Medea, the enchantress, can give me back my youth. And then Medea goes on gathering herbs in order to renew the youth of Aeson. Okay, in such a beautiful night. Then Jessica says, in such a night did young Lorenzo swear he loved her well, stealing her soul with many vows of faith and never a true one. So Jessica says, and in such a beautiful night, Lorenzo told Jessica that he loves her, but it wasn't true. And Lorenzo gives a quick reply. Lorenzo says, in such a night did pretty Jessica, like a little shrew, a quarrelsome woman, slander her love, accuse her love, and he forgave it her. So Lorenzo says, in such a beautiful night, what did Jessica do? Beautiful Jessica. She accused Lorenzo of unfaithfulness, of not loving her, but he did not mind. He forgave her. And then Jessica says, I would outnight you. Did nobody come? I would have gone on, with this such a night business had nobody come. But hark, I hear the footing of a man. I can hear that there's a man coming. And at that, enter Stefano. We end our first video here, which is about the knight and the legendary lovers that Jessica and Lorenzo talk about. Thank you.